13. Werribee narrow winners, losers, I'm sorry, to Williamstown last week, and Box Hill have strung together 2 in a row. The reserves earlier today, slight upset really, with Box Hill winning by 35 points. It's pleased the side has strung together 2 wins, and they think Box Hill they can make it 3 today.
Yes, Ross, very, very confident. We've had a good feeling the last couple of weeks, and no reason we should drop off the good form of recent 2 weeks.
You've got a pretty settled side now.
Yes, we went the early part of the season without, most of the year without Reeves, Holty or the coach Peter Francis, but they're all on the side. Reeves will be back next week. Gives a much better look at it from the experience point of view.
George Coates, the chairman of selectors for Box Hill, and there's the Werribee lineup. With in the ruck there, David Alday. Leon Harris, the captain coach, named in the middle. He's had a bad year with injuries on and off the ground. They played very well against Williamstown, but went down by 13 points last week. They just weren't able to kick enough goals. Leon Harris, well, he may be able to restructure a winning forward line this week.
Oh, well, we did have the ball in the forward line quite often last week, and we never got the score on the board, so hopefully today things can be a little bit different, structure the forward line a little bit differently, and, well, hopefully we give them the opportunities.
And it really is a must-win, isn't it?
Oh, there's no doubting that. It was disappointing not to get the 4 points last week. We did play quite well. Williamstown, a very good side, and today it just makes it super important. Box Hill. It's a pretty difficult ask, but I think the guys are all fired up to do well.
City Oval looking pretty good. Drainage has been improved last year, and in spite of the heavy rain, fine conditions. And Werribee getting the first free kick of the day, Nick Walsh.
And the aid of a pretty strong breeze too, Ross, 3 goals.
Well, that's handy, isn't it, Sam? Into attack they go, and in from the side, Mark Lyle.
He's been in fine form in recent weeks, Ross, and he's a guy that's really important to Box Hill's chances.
Fires out the hand pass to John Holt. Kick not so good to Spearings. Deep into the pocket. And here's a chance for Sells. Early score for Werribee. The dangerous Stephen Sells.
Sells certainly to kick a score today.
Lyle won that in the ruck. There's Rayburn, number 10, going in hard for the Tigers. Lots of yellow in both these sides jumpers. John Holt is tackled out the ball. Advantage played to Bolton, the Mustangs. Into attack. Spearings couldn't quite hold it. It's like Handley is grabbed, still got the ball. Tackle laid on him by Fitzpatrick. Dell trying to get it out. But there's Captain Coach Harris, an attacking hand pass. The Werribee Tigers going to attack once more. Lesaputty moved to centre half forward, 23. And with him, Tony Brown. Got out of trouble. That's Geary trying to centre the ball, but it's deep in the pocket. O'Keefe. Strong mark in front of young O'Neill.
We mentioned earlier, Ross, a few weeks back that Lesaputty and O'Keefe have certainly given Werribee plenty of character, Phil, haven't they?
Yes, we were very impressed with him a couple of weeks back in the televised game, Sam.
Now, the breeze slightly across goal for O'Keefe, former Footscray and an East Ballarat player, and Walsh kicked 5 goals last week.
Well, that's a bad blue there, Ross. Mark Lyle.
Not punching, Phil.
And with quite a few inches advantage.
There's Mark Lyle. And Walsh will most certainly run around and banana it, I would think. Sam, would you? Or just thread it through, would you?
Well, yeah, probably conventional from there, Ross. So such a good shot for goal.
Well, gets a hand pass. Fitzpatrick, or Dell pushes into him well. Dell may have the pace. Fires it out, misses Zarafa. And Werribee putting good pressure on Nicholson. And finally, Ricky Knight, confident enough to bounce it on the damp Box Hill City Oval. Lesaputty gone right up the ground, and there Sells has got away again.
Stephen Sells going to play on, gets around his man within kicking distance, goes long off the side of the boot and out of bounds. Werribee 7 leading Box Hill 0. And Phil, I just noticed, I was going through the sides, that Werribee, 10 VFL players or with league experience.
Yes, they've recruited very well since the start of the year, Tony.
Fisted away by Lyle. So Rafa trying to link in. Brown running it well. Nicholson. And up Simon Dalrymple. Of course, Phil, ex-Sandringham player.
Yes, he is indeed, Ross. Good that you picked that one up. I did explain that to you before the broadcast.
Nicholson. Centering kick. The foot of the pack. Handley's been very busy. In comes McMaster.
Here's a chance now. A good snap there.
Well, there. Hard to tell.
Good
Lyle,
knock there.
uncontested. Oh, Handley gets one. And Handley gets the free kick for a late tackle, knocking up the possessions, Paul Field. 4 already, and a couple of good tackles. And the free kick's not going to him. 50-metre penalty. Long in front, Domberg. The fist's in the way. Ricky Knight can't get it. So Box Hill, gee, on top early, aren't they, Sam?
Yes, I thought the opening minutes that Werribee looked a little bit more aggressive and tougher, but Box Hill have certainly stood their ground and have been equal to the task.
Of course, we did see in the last time Box Hill played, they were with Coburg till half-time, weren't they?
That's right.
Fitzpatrick with the kick in for Werribee. Big pack of players there. Well picked up then by Hicks. Gee, Box Hill playing well at the moment. Here's another chance now. Goes in towards full forward. Butterfant at the back. Nearly a good grab to him. Knocked away then by Ricky Knight. Here's a chance now for Dalrymple. Straightens up. Kicks a goal as easy as you like, and that's Box Hill's third.
Well, that was very, very cool.
Well, they're trying to make it hard for Werribee, Sam.
Yes, and they have. In fact, it's the first 30 minutes of football been quite entertaining, and they look certainly look the goods in the sort of the first 15 minutes of play. It's a very even game, and they've shown enough to me at this point in time that they can go on. They've made some fundamental errors which have allowed Werribee in a crucial stage of the game. The emphasis of both sides obviously been an attack, and at full forward, unfortunately for Box Hill, they've had the ball up there a number of times, but they're falling down at that full forward line. Handley's done well. They've put Sells back in the centre, Werribee, who's the elusive forward, and kicked a couple of handy goals. But all in all, and Butterfant here on screen, as Phil mentioned earlier, playing with a lot more confidence. At one grab mark, he's handling the ball cleanly. And when he's doing that, with the skills that he's obviously got, you know, he's such a potent player and a valuable player for Werribee.
Chapman.
Yes, and Dalrymple did very well here. Displayed good skills on the opposite side of the body. But all in all, it's been a great game, and it's still...
Yeah, it has, Sam. It's, as you're saying, it's very attacking. We could probably, both sides could work a bit more on the defensive side of the game. The tackling hasn't been too bad, but still the open runs have been frequent, and there have been a couple of mistakes made in defence by Box Hill, which probably three of Werribee's 6 goals. That was the first one to size, and we had one...
Test those lungs again. It's time to travel to the grounds once more. It's time to go and watch the big man fly. Feel the excitement in the air. Just scream at the men in white. Unfair! And cheer your heroes on to win or die. Down the race to the sacred soil. All the months of sweat and toil. They burst through the banner to the sound of a mighty roar. It's the sport of champions, the sport of champions. Yes, Aussie rules okay. There is nothing
I wonder if the
proceedings have appeared to have gained the ascendancy or looked a better side, only to see the other side bounce back. But I still maintain that Box Hill have got the necessary artillery to win the game, even though, you know, a lot of Werribee's goals have directly been attributed to a lot of mistakes that have been made by Box Hill, and they've squandered a number of opportunities, and we see some of the highlights from that second quarter. Nicholson, he's a player that, you know, needs to get a lot more possessions.
Hasn't been a game dominated by key position, Sam, at all. Has it really more running players all around the ground, opening the spaces up and carrying the ball?
Well, Phil, it really is a game that Werribee ought to be able to win if they're to feature in the finals. Box Hill are improving. What's going wrong for them, do you think?
Well, you know, Sam made the point earlier about the key position. You've got Dell at full forward. Now, you probably really wouldn't call Dell your typical full forward. You've got Bolton out at centre half forward. Bolton's generally more dangerous at you know, around the goal square area. So a few of those little problems. You've got a couple of players out of the side yet who'll come back into the side and give them a bit of a boost. But it's been a bit of a struggle the year for Box Hill, but those things happen. The games have been close at times that they've lost, and you just have to wear that and hope you get up off the mat and win them. But, you know, I think they look all right, Box Hill. I think they're a good chance. We can see Peter Francis last year, and Sam made the point, he was a dominator, Sam, wasn't he? And this year, centre-half back, and seemed to be playing a lot sort of more defensive. Last year he was a runner and picking up balls and setting up the play. They just haven't got the same oomph in their game this year.
He's suited to a far more attacking role, and Lezapati got on top. I mean, Lezapati and O'Keefe are doing well for Werribee.
Yes.
Even though they're not...